Okay, thank you very much for your participating. We would like to ask Amin to start his section. Amin, please.
Okay, thanks everybody to join me in this part. Let me share this. Okay. Today we want to talk about analysis, introduction to analysis, kinds of analyze, and speak together. First of all, I should say to you, this presentation, the base of this presentation is in my experience. If somewhere you didn't agree with that, I'm very happy to hear your idea and discuss together with that. Okay,
Sure.
Let's start. For the first, we want to introduction analysis. For introduction, we want to use these three main questions. First of all, we want to know that why we analyze in everything. To get complete, let me have a pointer. Okay, to get complete and more information about something. This is the main reason that we use analyze in everything. The second question is how we analyze. Very important, the way that we can analyze with it. By research and review data. This is the main answer. The second main question is when we analyze. Okay. When we want to have more information about something that we have. The second answer is we need a strategy to continue. Okay, we analyze something and plan a strategy, and we want to check this strategy for the future. We need some information and feedback about our function. And of course, we have another answers, and you can add it to this question. Now, we want to check the analyze in sports with these three main questions. Why we use analyze in sport and when. About that. Okay, why? We use analyze to have more information about our team and opponent. This is very important. We have a good notice here. I read it again. To have information, more information about first our team and then opponent. This is very important. Me as a coach, without my team, I'm nothing. First of all, I should have a lots of information and complete information about my team. After that, I'm going to get some information about the opponent. If I have lots of information about the opponent without any information about my team, this is nothing. First of all, I should know completely team, then opponent. This is very, very important. The second one, to have information of our team's function and opponent. Third one, to find the player's ability or to find players' weak point and a strength point. This is, we use this kind of analyze to technique analyze. When we want to modify the player's technique, first of all, we should know their weak point and a strength point. After that, we can advise to them to modify their technique. And of course, we have another answers and you can add it later. Okay, the second question is how we analyze, how we use analyze in sport. Four main answers: experience, paper, camera, and program. The first one, experience, is very, very important. We use this experience in the others, in the three others. And without this experience, we cannot do nothing. We will talk about these four in the next, okay? The last question is when? When we use analyze in sports? 3 main period that we use analyze in the sport. First, before match or training. The second one, during the match or training. And the third one is after the match or training. In the first one, it's very good we see the opponent team videos, games, and talk about that with our team. In the second one, during the match or training, for example, we have a match with the team, and we can have analyze and use some form to analyze the opponent team, and maybe we decided to for our substitution during the training. And after that, it's very good to have analyze about our function, our team function, and our player function. It can help us in this period. Okay. Now, kinds of analyze. First one is a statistic. A statistic is very important of them, and the base of this is mathematics. You can, we have an example in the last week in our WhatsApp group. That was a statistic. I don't know you remember that or not. Number 2 and number 3, we calculate their success and their faults. That was a was a statistics. The second is our team. We analyze our team. Of course, we have another one to analyze the opponent, but first of all, I told you before, we should have completely information about our team. Okay, the other one is technique. This is very useful for the coaches working with the beginners and working with the underage person. You can use the camera, take some video from their performance in every technique and analyze that and give some advice to modify their technique. Maybe this is for them. Tactic. Imagine we have a game, we have a play, we want to play with a team, and for this we need a tactic. First of all, we analyze and we made a tactic, we plan a tactic. After that, we can use this tactic in the game like training, after in the friendly match, and then in the game. After that, we should analyze this tactic. Is this tactic good for our team with our opportunity and with opponent situation or not? Now, in this situation, we need to analyze. Okay, opponent team, this is normal, and the teams is use very much of this item, opponent team. They analyze the opponent team and get some information about that. And last one is biometric, and this is very good. We have 2-3 very good app and program for biometric analyze, and this app was very, I tell you in the next slide. Kinds of analyze, 4 main experience. In experience analyze, we can watch the match on live video and watch the like data sheet, a score sheet, and the others. We talk about it in this kind of analyze in the next. The second was paper. Of course, in the paper analyze, we need forms and charts. The third one is camera, the first way of using technology in sport analyze. And the fourth one is program. Data video, and local programs. Okay. This slide is very good. This is my favorite slide in this presentation, and it's very good. Many years ago, when analysis comes in the sport, the teams only have one analyzer, but now they have a team for that, and their duties was very important. The first is cameraman. According to their name, they should record the video of the games. They don't have any duty on it. They should have record the game. If you remember, in the last competition that I saw all of you over there in Thailand, there was a man from, I think they came from USA. I don't know the name, but the Ali's, I think, they know the name. Do you remember Ali?
Hamilton.
Yes,
Hamilton. Yeah.
he's from USA, yes?
Yeah, head coach of the ladies in USA.
In that competition, that man was a cameraman. He came to the competition without any duty, without any team. Only he came and take the videos and come back to their. This is the duty of the cameraman. Okay. The second is a Scotsman. The Scotsman, they watch the video, and of course, maybe they watch the live matches, the charts and graphs, or put the data on computers. They give their input from their cameraman and put the data on computers and prepare that for analyzer. One person is analyzer, the key person in that team. The analyzer outputs data and analyze output data and prepare some advice. They know the players maybe 95%, and give the output data from Scotman's, give the graphs, and make a plan and a strategy for the team for future. And the last one, coach. Head coach should know the player's ability and the team's ability very well. They share their idea with analyzer and on the plan and the strategy, and they make decision according by the ability of the own team and the opponent. Okay, these 4 persons work together in analyze team, and this is their duties. Next, now we want to talk about kind of analyze and an introduction for you. Okay, watch my video. This is very simple way to analyze, but if you want to use that, you should have enough experience for that. Imagine you and your friend go and see, after 10 minutes, you see the match, you tell to your friend, okay, look, number 10, try to find 5 times, try to make a hard service, 3 times he do that, but 2 times he fault. This is a simple analyze with our experience. We can get some information about lineups, position of the players, habits in these kinds of analyze. Consider that this is very important. People's experiences are different in the same cases, and it can have effect on our analyzed results. According to this, it is better that this kind of analyze used by really experienced person. Okay, I told you before, without experience in every job and any work, we cannot do nothing. Okay. In the next, match paper sheet. The base of these kinds of analyze is referee information. If you have a little about referees and their duties, you can get information about these charts. This is lineup sheet, and this is a score sheet. For example, in this lineup sheet, you can see 6 starting player. For example, number 2 is the main player in that team. If you see that, you can arrange your 6 starting player and have a good plan for this number 12. Okay. The other one is 4-man chart. This is very simple way that we can analyze with chart and form. And this is very important. Designing the papers, this form depends on you and your idea. Maybe some papers work for me, but it didn't work. It don't work for you. This is normal. You can design your own papers and your own forms. We can combine this kind of analyze with the others, and sometimes we can ask player to analyze teams or analyze themselves. This is very good. I really used that before, and it's worked for me here. They can sometimes analyze themselves as attention to their abilities and disabilities, to weakness and their strength point and weak point. If the players know that weak point and know that strength point, they can modify that and they can better and better in the future. They can be better in the future. Okay. In the next camera, the first method of use technology uh, in analyze was using of camera. It's very important that we have a good angle for that. For example, in this picture, I try to show you the good angle. Here we have a camera, here a camera, and here a camera. The best angle for taking videos is on the court, that we can see all movement of the player. And it is very important that we have all 6 referees in our frame. Here you can see the referees in the frame. And it's very good. The other way is using picture on video for biometrical analysis. For example, I want to discuss this, explain this picture for you. For example, in this picture, we have a good attack coverage here with three player. And for attacker number 10, in my idea, when his body to the left side and put his hand in the ground, this blocker think he want to make an attack in this angle. For this reason, he bent his arm to the left, and after that, the player choose another way for attack. This is a simple analysis for this picture, and we have very excellent app and program for this app, for the same eyes and Hudel. Working with Hudel is a little hard, but coaches are very good, very good. This app prepared for baseball players at first, but now you can use it all sports. You can use slow motion frames, and you can calculate this angle for attack or everything. This is an Australian app, I think, which is nice. Okay, and the programs. We have some programs for analyze. The famous of them is Data Valley and Data Video. And working and using these two is very difficult, as you should have enough experience and you should be a professional to use these two programs. One of the important person to create these two program is Julio Velasco, the famous coaches in the world for regular volleyball. And these two programs are very good. But I told you, you must be very professional to use this program in the analyze. And the last one is local programs. Local programs and easy to learn and use. Their outputs are an acceptable extent are the same of professional program. You can see in the picture, we have tables, we have the live analyze and graphs. Working with them is very good. In some countries, the local programs are with the local language, they're designed with local language, and it's very simple to use that for analyze. Okay, dividing the court in analyze. In the analyze, we divide the court like that. In a service area, we divide that for 4 section and 4 zone. Maybe somebody come and make it in 2 zone. This is no problem. This depends on you, but usually is the same of that. And the main court, we're dividing that to the 9 section. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's same as a volleyball area and volleyball zone. And we have 3 more, 7, 8, and 9. And in the data valley and data video, we can divide every decision to 9 sessions again. This is for analyzed data, very little data, very small data, and that's it. Okay, the common phrase and analyze. The common phrase in analysis is depend on the technique that you want to analyze. It's not the same. For example, if you want to analyze attack, or you want to analyze the block, or you receive, this common phrase is not the same. But generally, they are like that. Total attempt. We show that with the capital T. All of the technique player perform. For example, in attack, we have total attack, all of the attack technique that player perform. Second, we have plus plus, and we show that with this sign. Or the player catch the point. For example, the player perform the technique attack, and they catch the point. Maybe they catch. Maybe the player use the blockout technique. Maybe the ball directly touch the ground. Okay. Anyway, the player catch the point. Okay. Next is plus. The player doesn't catch the point, but the opponent team play under pressure. For example, in attack, our player performed the attack technique, but didn't catch the point. But the opponent team received the player attack very, very hard, and the setters can set the ball only in one position. For example, only in position 4. This is plus for us in attack technique. Attempt. The player doesn't catch the point and also doesn't lose that. Another one is minus. The player doesn't catch the point, also doesn't lose that. These two is the same. For example, in attack, if the opponent team catch the ball and setter set the ball, have this ability to set the ball position, this is attempt. But if the setter can do anything, we can give the attacks minus. And the minus is the player lose the point or herself. For example, in attack, the player hit the ball in block or hit the ball directly in the net or out. Okay, that's it. I finished this presentation. Now I want we can talk about some forms that I prepared. That I don't know I have time or not, and you want to.
You can continue. You can continue 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You can continue.
Okay, thank you. Now I want to talk about some forms. For example, in these forms, let me share you. Okay. Now, do you see that form?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have a form for service and graphs. This is a normal. Code in analyze. Now I have a complete one. I want to find that Here, I completed last, for example, number 5 from position 4, his graphs or attack is like that. And also one tip. From position 2, his attacks direction is like that. And from position 3,
sometimes we can use the different color also.
yeah. It is different color here, but I think you cannot see that. Here I use blue, but I think you cannot see that. Okay, these two, from these three, we can have this one. From position 4, this direction. From position 2, this direction. Okay, and with this analyze, we can give a good advice to our blockers for number 5 or attacker number 5 of opponent team. And here we have his service. In this card, we have the service. His service here, and also here I write a strong serve. A strong serve to position 5. And here we can give a good advice to our receiver. Another example I have here for the middle blocker. He preferred to attack to position 5. And here we have the same good tactic service. He make a service everywhere in the court, but tactic service. Here I have another example, middle blocker, tips. Here we should care about that. And of course, here in between two players, service between two players. This is an example, of course. And I have another one. Let me find that. Okay, this is one of the favorite forms for me. For example, for the setters, for example, our setters is Junga, for example, number 1. Okay, every time he come from, this circle is the area that setters come area for set. Okay, is it clear? From here, she come from position 1 to set the ball. 66% he set the ball in position 4. 22% he set the ball in position 3, and 11% she set the ball in position 1. Okay, during the match, every time she come from position 1 to set the ball, you can tell to your blockers, okay, leave these two areas and only go for this position for block. Because 66 is a very high percentage for set. And of course, we have same in the other position. For example, when she come from position 6 to set the ball, 50 use a quick attack. Okay? And the other example is this, a statistic form. In this form, we have 3 players, Amin and Junga again. Okay. Here, Bon is receiver. Number 8. In attack, he make a 14 attack totally. 10 times he win points, and 1 time he lose the point. 70%, 71% success, and 7% fault. This is very good percentage for the receiver, for the attack receiver. And here we have the block of the bounce block. 5 times he tried to make a block, 1 time success, 2 times fault. And here we have service. 5 times he made a 1 time fault, and we calculate the percentage, 20% he is. And for the others is the same. For example, here, our Junga setters number 1, 2 times to attack. The attack for the setters means tip. He tried to have to tip one fault and one win. This is not good for a setter. If one setter want to use tips, he or she sure that his tips were going to be a point. I think this is my idea. And the block was good, 5-time block, one win, and don't have any fault. And the service is good too. Okay, this is it. I think if I want to, then I don't know, I have time or not. I have 2-3 forms again. If you want, I can continue.
Yeah, I think you can use 4-5 minutes more.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, everybody
explain.
interested?
Okay, we have this form for coaches. This is very good forms, like a score sheet for the coaches. For example, team 1 and team 2. This is the first set here. 6 starting for first team and 6 starting player for the second team. And also here I write R and S. It means this team, team 1, is receiver team at the beginning of the set, and team 2 is the server team at the beginning of the set. Okay, and write the substitutions here. It means number 1 go inside in position number 8, and it means number 2 go inside and come back again. And this is the timeout. I write the scores for the timeouts. For the second set, this team has the same 6 starting player, but this one have 1 rotation. This is very good. If we know that, we can arrange these 6 starting players for our team, and this is good too. The other is technique. Here again, we have 3 players, and we analyze their technique. For example, in the train, they make service. The Amin make 10 service, 6 service 1 point. 4 means it is point, means plus plus. 0 means fault. And here, analyze with that form. 6 times he make a point, 1 time fault. This is very good for a server. And we have another technique here: dig, reception, block, attack, and set. We can analyze with this form the technique of the players. This form is very good for the coaches that work with the beginners. They can't analyze every month their technique and modify their technique and try to increase their performance in each technique. In this position here, you can see the bomb services: 8 service, 2 win, 5 times he only hit the ball in opponent team without anything, and 1 time he made a mistake. Okay, that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Just I want to add something. Amin mentioned that we analyze when we analyze, and he divided to before, during, and after. Before match, we analyze to find out our strategy and lineup. This is very important. Before match, we analyze to find out which lineup we have to start, and then what is our strategy. During the match, we analyze to find out if they have some changes or not. Maybe we select one strategy, but opponent also they analyze. So during the match, analyzer will tell us that do they have some changes or not? Do they play the same that we think or not? So during the match, we analyze for changing our strategy. And very important is after. After, why we analyze after the game. The reason is why we win and why we lost the game. We have to recover and then analyze, and then we find out what is the reason our player lost or they won the game. This is very important. Okay, thank you so much. Any question? Joe Whipping, are you going to add something?
I think Amin did very well. I think after this session, we need to use these things, maybe go to see some short videos, one set of a video to analyze, to practice with it. So I hope all the coach use this knowledge to practice with it. I think maybe in the future, everybody watching one same videos, do the statistics and analyze or attack or serve. Just start from a simple one. So after this session, we already got the knowledge, but we need to practice. Yeah. So I help all the coach to find out the video, use this the statistics form to analyze, to practice with. I think it's good, you know. I said overall, you cover all of them, okay? But how we going to use this statistics, how we use this analyze to scale the team, make our plan, make our team tactics. I think this is the next level. This is just get the information.
Yeah.
Next level, use the information.
Yeah, very
to make your plan and make your strategy. So that's all. I think we have to think a lot beyond to this.
Yeah, okay. For your information, we have Mr. Farid Soibi from Iran. He's assistant coach of national team and head coach of club. He's professional. He's really professional with Data Wali, and I would like to next time, discuss with Farid, and they provide a good, better presentation for this. And just I would like to say, Farid is really professional.
Yeah.
And then thank you so much for everybody. And then our next meeting will be after 2 weeks. Bahman will physical preparation without weight and with weight. And then after that, Farid will come with the tactic. So we continue our meetings, and then when we finish this season, just we start again, and then we go to detail. We will go to the detail of each subject. Okay, any question, everybody? Thank you, Amin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you have any question, if you have any idea, please write down in WhatsApp, and then we will discuss about this subject, okay?
Okay.
Good. Thank you, Amin.
Okay, you're welcome.